I now give the floor to the representative of the Russian Federation.
Madam President, we wish to thank today's briefers, the Undersecretary General, Mr. Jean-Pierre Lacroix, the Special Envoy, Parfait Nanganyanka, and the Chairperson of the AU High-Level Implementation Panel, Mr. Mbeki, for their comprehensive briefings. It is with satisfaction that we note that, according to the recent report of the Secretary General, the situation in Abyei is stable on the whole. At the same time, we are troubled with the fact that threats persist in the area of security. First and foremost, for civilians, these threats emanate from the activities of armed groups and from internecine clashes. In order to successfully advance inter-Sudanese settlement, the result of which would be determination of the final status of Abyei, there's a need for the parties to pool their efforts. In this connection, we welcome the resumption of contact of representatives of Sudan and South Sudan at various levels, and we welcome the willingness demonstrated by the parties to establish mutually beneficial cooperation. We note the dialogue between the parties on the question of opening border crossing points and the establishment of free trade zones along the border. For the first time in nearly a year, there was a meeting of the Joint Political and Security Mechanism. This is progress, albeit modest, towards implementation of the so-called benchmarks. Efforts for the implementation, of course, need to be continued. We hope that the dialogue that has begun will be made more consistent in nature, and this would help to facilitate an agreement on a definition of the final status for Abyei. Progress on the political track will help to bring about improvements in the difficult humanitarian circumstances for the people. We trust that the relevant efforts will, with the Sudanese stakeholders by the AU High-Level Implementation Panel, will continue. We attribute tremendous significance to the activities of the UN Interim Security Force for Abyei on the establishment of constructive relations among communities on the ground and promotion of national reconciliation. We believe that the JBVMM is the linchpin for preventing incident arrangements between the parties. Support for the JBVMM by UNISFA is the cornerstone for the security architecture. In this connection, we are troubled by the information of the status of peacekeepers of UNISFA in Gok Machar. We are pleased at reports that the Blue Helmets returned to their positions. We note the importance of compliance with the status of forces agreement. At the same time, we believe it is important to determine the reasons behind the tensions and to carry out the relevant efforts with the parties to forestall such incidents moving forward. In the light of the imminent extension of the mandate of UNISFA, we note the importance of the presence of Blue Helmets in Abyei at the current juncture. At the same time, we believe that consideration of the Secretariat's proposal for a configuration of the mission, including in the national composition, this needs to be done in a manner that reflects the views of both Khartoum and Juba. Thank you for your attention.
I thank the representative of the Russian Federation for his statement.